What's required to grow your business? And it's the P word that most people don't like to do. I would say 99% of people are absolutely scared of prospecting, but unfortunately, it's going to be necessary to grow your business. I've talked to two recent business owners that they're kind of newer in business, but they're kind of getting stuck into the fulfillment of doing their business, and they're doing zero prospecting, and they're hoping that their business is going to grow. They're going to have to figure out that conundrum of how do they make time for prospecting and or hire so that somebody else can help with fulfillment so that they can focus on prospecting, or they're going to have to hire somebody for prospecting. But this would be the pieces that you need to be doing in your business if you really want your business to grow. And I've kind of prioritized these, and what I kind of think of in regards to the least amount of cost. So if you're brand new into the business, is that it's not going to be easy to be hiring people to help with fulfillment for the prospecting. So that could be things that you're going to need to start with yourself. So prospecting, always you want to start with your warm network. Who are the people that you know that basically you can reach out to talk to you about your business? And that's definitely the best place to start. You can call them, you can text them, you can DM them through social media channels, but that's definitely where you want to start. A lot of times in business though, we run out of these contacts very quick because that list is pretty short depending on your business. If you're a fitness instructor, obviously you can contact everybody, but if you have a niche business, you can't contact every single person that you know. So a lot of times that's out. So right in between here is that you do need to start to cold call. And I would say I needed to insert here is list. So you're gonna have to get your list, and there's a lot of different ways to get a list. Look at some of my other videos in regards to talking about the list. But obviously get your list, and you need to figure out, are you gonna go direct to consumer or direct to business, or are you gonna get one of your power partners, which would be somebody else that can refer your business over and over. But then starting to cold call. I think cold calling is great because it's not gonna cost you a lot of money, and it's basically you getting on the phone and making those outbound calls and trying to figure out what is the script, how are you going to address those people, and how are you going to propose value to at least try to set up an appointment. Obviously, in most cases, you're not going to call them right up and close. Usually, you're going to set up some type of an appointment so that you can let them know about your business. Second is cold email. It's very easy to do cold email. It's not that effective. But it is nice for the fact of that you can get a larger sample size. So if you have a really big size list, it's awesome to be able to cold email, and you're kind of working off a sheer volume in regards to the amount of numbers that you can email versus if you have a small list of 10 people, probably not that effective. But if you start to use some of the email service providers that can email 50 people a day and put that on autopilot and set up a campaign where they're basically going to be getting that email over and over and over, can be very effective as long as you have a large enough size. I would say right in here would be something also that I would recommend, which is a VM drop. So voicemail drop, it's a very effective tool that if you can combine the cold email and then also bring in a voicemail drop and basically saying, hey, just want to let you know I just sent you an email about call or text me back on this line. I would highly recommend that you're using a number on the outbound voicemail drop that they can text you back. So that people really love to text back now, and then it's just going to drop that voicemail and they're going to have to get the email. But that can be a really powerful combo. And then number 4, I would say appointment setter. The good thing about an appointment setter is I've used US base, I've also used international base. On the international side, I've paid as low as $6 an hour. So if you're thinking somebody's gonna cold call for 3 hours a day for you, that's $18 a day. And then at $18 a day times 20 is gonna be $360 a month, which is pretty cost effective if you're thinking about increasing your business. So if you can spend $360 and you're getting appointments right away, don't wait and basically, wait months if this appointment setter is not working. You need to either replace them, change the script. You're not going to spend months of salary with an appointment setter if they're not getting those appointments. And then number 4, these last 3, I would consider more on marketing than I would on prospecting. But if you can combine the Facebook ads on Facebook and Instagram, and you're combining these other strategies of cold calling, cold email, possibly appointment setter, and voicemail drop, I would include this up into these pieces. And because you're going to be using more of that omnipresent strategy that I've been talking about, if you have basically your list, you can basically target these people on Facebook and Instagram, and that can be very effective. I've had a lot of people kind of get confused on Facebook and Instagram and saying that they've been just, making all these posts. The big thing about Facebook and Instagram is if you're going to be posting and you're not paying Facebook and Instagram, that's going to be what they call organic. And it's much more difficult to get the reach that you want if you're just posting organically. You can definitely build up organic, but it basically, in many cases, is going to take time. As my old business coach is saying, that's like digging deep for gold versus panning for gold. Versus with ads, you can make a Facebook ad, you put some ad spend behind it, and now your reach is gigantic compared to trying to go organic. So understanding the difference between organic and ads is huge when you're talking about social media. The other piece is advertising on Google, whether that be Google My Business and or Google Ads. And then Google owns YouTube. So within that same platform, you can be advertising on YouTube. And then the last one I would say would be direct mail, because I do feel like it is more expensive. But if you've gotten the right message and some of these pieces of like, hey, cold email didn't cost me that much, that was working, and or I was running Facebook and Instagram ads for $5 a day, very inexpensive, I've dialed in my message, then I would go to direct mail and basically start to do the direct mail. It's just that direct mail, in order to do it properly, you want a stamp and a handwritten, basically envelope to make sure that they're gonna open it, and or maybe possibly a postcard if your headline is big enough or your hook's good enough. But a direct mail definitely is, I would say, more expensive, and then obviously I have TV and radio. But I'm seeing some business owners that I've met recently, and it seems like they're working really, really, really hard, and they're doing all of the fulfillment. They really want their business to grow. They really want to make more money, but yet they're stuck in this trap where they can't make more money because they're not prospecting. So something has to change, whether it be they're going to hire somebody to help with the prospecting, and or they need to hire somebody on their team to help with the fulfillment so that they can move over to prospecting. Otherwise, they're just going to be stuck in this, my old business coach used to call it, stuck on the treadmill. You're basically going to be running in the same place for the next 3, 5, 10 years, however long, until you make that pivot to make that happen. So if you found this helpful, hit subscribe. I would love to talk with you if you're actually looking for help with your sales and marketing. Thanks.